So you want to know how much it actually costs to live in Miami. Even though you know it's amongst one of the most expensive cities in all of the nation. In this video, we're gonna go deep into how much it actually costs to live in paradise. So stay tuned, you don't wanna miss any of it. What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Hans Weisfeld. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams here in Miami, and if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please consider subscribing. I come out with really cool videos about Miami and about real estate, and I'm sure you don't want to miss any of them. So help my channel grow by clicking the subscribe button. Anyway, let's get started right now. Miami is one of the most expensive cities in the whole United States, and it ranks amongst the 10 most expensive cities to live in the United States. So I'm sure you already know that living in Miami is going to be expensive, but you just want to make sure and you want to see exactly what those expenses are looking like. So let's go into detail. Starting with the most expensive part of your living expenses is of course going to be housing. If you're looking to buy your property, the medium price range here in Miami is around $350,000 for a 3-bedroom and a 2-bathroom single family house. So if you're looking to rent, it's gonna really depend the area that you're looking in. There's all types of different areas and each area varies, right? Of course, like everywhere else. But the average price, let's start with the studio. You can find a studio for around $1,000. A 1-bedroom average is gonna be around $1,400. A 2-bedroom average is gonna be around $1,700 or $1,800, and a 3-bedroom is gonna be anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. These prices are just average. They're just averages. It really depends on the area, the location, and each little pocket in each location. But these are a good number to start out with. So if you're looking to move alone and start a new life down here, you can either find a studio or a small 1-bedroom, or you can find a roommate. It's up to you, but you definitely have the choices out there. Now, let's just say that you do want to live by yourself. Let's say that you want to move into a studio, right, to try to cut expenses as much as possible. And let's say you find a studio for $1,000 a month. A decent little studio around 500, 600 square feet in a decent location in Miami. So you have $1,000 right there off bat for living expenses. Okay, so now you have to pay electricity. Electricity in a studio, it could run anywhere from $40 to $60. Next up, for housing expenses, you're gonna have your cable and your internet. And if the property has gas, yes, some properties have natural gas down here in Miami, you're gonna have to pay gas. Gas is really cheap, so that doesn't even count, but it could run around $20 a month at most. Internet, of course, it really depends if you get cable and internet, if you get a package or whatever it is. Down here, the cheapest you may find internet per month, it's gonna be around $50, $60. Now, if you add a cable and TV channels to that, it's gonna run up to $100 or even more per month. So just keep that in mind. I don't know how much it is in other cities, but that's how much it is here. All right, so now you have your housing expense, you have your electricity, you have your gas, you have your internet, you have your cable. So let's say you find yourself a studio for $1,000. Plus the living expenses, you're gonna be at $1,100, right? With the electricity, internet, cable, gas. Now keep in mind something very important. Not every apartment comes with parking. It really depends what area you're getting an apartment in. In Miami Beach, most buildings do not have parking. So parking sometimes could be an extra expense, anywhere from $50 to $100 per month. So just keep that in mind. So now let's talk about transportation. Transportation in Miami, it's so-so. I'm sure there's worse cities out there with transportation, and of course there's much better cities like New York, Chicago, and other cities that have way better public transportation at least. So here, public transportation, people don't really use that unless you live maybe in the beach or maybe by Biscayne, and it's just easier to get around. But most people down here have a car or use Uber. So as with buying a car, or if you already have a car, we cannot count that in because that's something you already have and that's something that you're gonna use regardless. But if you do need to buy a car, just keep in mind that insurance down here is a lot more expensive than other cities in the nation. For my 2015 BMW, I pay around $140 per month for full cover. And this is pretty much an average of what I paid with all my cars that I've had for full cover. If you get the cheapest insurance, which is called PIP, I believe, you can pay $100 or even less. It really depends on your driving record. But if you're younger than 25, I think it was, I know insurance can be very expensive. I've had a few friends that used to pay $200, $300 a month for their car insurance. So keep that in mind. If you're younger, you should call to find out and get a quote. I know insurance could get very expensive down here. And if you think about it, that's probably because the bad driving and all the accidents. I actually made a video about the 5 things that I hate and the 5 things that I love about Miami. And definitely driving and traffic and accidents is one of the things I hate. So definitely the insurance companies know that, and that's why the prices for insurance is up through the roof. So after you got your car, you're gonna need to fuel up your car, get some gas. So the average price per gallon of fuel down here I've seen is around $3. I'm sure there's way cheaper cities out there. They're probably $2 or around there. So to fill up my tank, I spend around $35. I personally am a real estate agent, so I do a lot of driving. I fill up my tank every 5 days or maybe once a week. So that's gonna be anywhere $30, $40 per week on just gas. So right now we're at housing, $1,100. At transportation, let's say you already have your car paid off, you're not paying for that, but you do have to pay insurance and gas. So that's another $250 per month. So right now we are already at $1,350 per month. So the next thing, of course, that you're gonna have as an expense is gonna be food, grocery shopping, right? So it really depends where you go for your grocery shopping. Some places are way more expensive than other places. Me personally, I spend around $70 to $100 on grocery shopping per week. Just grocery shopping. That is not eating out. I do like to eat a lot. I eat a lot of food at home, and I like to eat good. So I definitely prepare myself some decorated and elaborated dishes. So I know I definitely spent more than other people, but I'm guessing this is an average of what other people spend as well. So let's just say I spent $70, right? That's gonna be per week. So in times 4, that's gonna be $280 extra per month. So right now we're at what? $1750 per month on just housing, transportation, and food. You cooking at home and eating at home every single day. Now let's be real with ourselves. If you're gonna be living in Miami, it's warm all year, it's hot, it's beautiful, the days are gorgeous. You're not gonna be at home every single day. You're gonna be going out. That is why so much people love Miami, and that's why the quality of life here is great, because it welcomes you to go out and enjoy and just do whatever you want to do, because the weather permits that and it gives you that energy. So again, you're gonna be going out, and now we're gonna get into the expenses of going out. Now this is something that most people do not talk about, and the videos that I've watched, they don't mention these things, but there's a lot of money that goes out of your pocket when you're going out for drinks, for dinner, for whatever it is. This is where Miami gets very expensive. So let's just say that you go out to have lunch one day, right? You're out, you're busy in the streets or whatever it is, and you want to go and have lunch. You're gonna spend a minimum of $10. That's gonna be kind of like choosing, you know, a so-so place, just like a quick little lunch, maybe a little sandwich, maybe a little salad, but that's just the lowest. The average is gonna be around $15. That's gonna be an average. Wherever you go, that's probably gonna be a lunch with a drink, and then probably leaving a few dollars of tips. So that's gonna be 15 bucks. If you do this minimum once per week, that's already $60 extra a month. So, and that's gonna be minimum. And I'm sure that you're gonna be going out to have lunch at least once a week, right? So I kind of lost count where we were. I'm not tracking exact numbers, but I know right now we're at around $1,800 per month. Now let's be real again. We're not gonna just have lunch one time a week. We're also probably gonna go out with friends and people that we meet and whatever it is at nighttime, right? So you going out to have dinner, again, with friends or family or even alone, you're gonna spend anywhere from $20 to $50. And again, this is average. This is not going to an expensive restaurant. This is just going out. You know, you're gonna go, let's say you're gonna go and have a burger. You're gonna have a burger, it's gonna be around $20 plus tip, plus a beer, plus a drink or whatever it is. You're already looking at $30 right there. And that is just a burger. So that right there, it's already $120 a month of just going out once a week to have a burger. So right now we're already around $1,900 a month, and that's going lunch one time a week and dinner one time a week. at pretty much like an average place. Now again, Miami is beautiful, so you're gonna wanna be going out way more than this. You're probably gonna wanna go to the beach on a Sunday or Saturday, or just go out and ride a bike, or just go enjoy with friends or whatever it is, and you're gonna be spending more money, right? So wherever you are, you might have a snack here, you might have a drink there, and that's already another $10. So doing that once or twice a week, that already has another $100 and just little snacks here and there, right? So we're already at $2,000 a month right there. Now again, we are in Miami. The nightlife here is amazing, whether you like to go out and club and party, or just to have a good dinner, or just have drinks with friends or family or whatever it is. This gets very expensive as well. Comparing to other cities, having drinks here at a bar, a restaurant, or a club, it's very expensive. So the average you're gonna pay for a beer down here is gonna be around $10. You might find beers for less, of course, but with tip and this and that, it turns out to be 10. And if you're at an expensive place, you're gonna be paying $12 or $13 a beer. If you like to have cocktails and a nice little drink, a mojito or margarita, whatever, you're gonna be spending $15 to $20. And that's only one drink, so you're not gonna have just one drink, right? You're gonna have a couple of drinks for sure. So just one simple night out, not drinking too much, having a burger and having a few drinks, you're already looking at $60, $70, $80. So if you do this a few times a month, then that already adds another $100 to $200 to your monthly bill, minimum, right? So just a quick little recap. With the living expenses, the housing expenses, eating expenses, going out, food, transportation, all of that, you're gonna be looking at a minimum of $2,500 a month. You can definitely cut a few of those expenses, but give or take, to live a decent quality life, going out a few times a week, you're gonna be looking at $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month. So the tricky part comes next. How much are you making? What is your income? How much money are you generating? So if you look at an average job getting paid $10, $12, even $15 an hour, working 40 hours per week, you're gonna be looking at anywhere from $1,700 to $2,000 or maybe a little bit more per month. So if at your job, you're only generating $2,000 a month or even less than that, and your living expenses are $2,500, then think and consider if moving to Miami is really the right move, or if having that type of job is the right move. You can definitely cut your expenses and get a roommate, or just don't go out as much, or don't spend as much money on food and other things. But trust me, you're gonna be wanting to go out, you're gonna be wanting to do things. And if you're stuck financially and you can't really go out and do things because of money, then living in Miami is probably gonna be awful. You're gonna hate it because you're not gonna be able to enjoy the things that Miami has to offer. And let's be real, there's nothing free. Everything costs money. Of course, you can go and walk around the beach and do other things for free, but everything is money. Even finding parking is expensive down here. Just in Miami Beach, it's like $4.25 per hour just to find parking. So if you're trying to go to the beach and just get some sun, you're gonna spend $10 or more just on parking. And then you're gonna have a drink, you're gonna have a water, or whatever it is. Everything adds up. So if your budget is lower than $2,500 a month, or your income is not really up there, then again, you're gonna have to reconsider, or maybe think about getting roommates, and instead of spending $1,100 a month for your living expenses, you can spend maybe $600, $700, $800. Maybe that can help you out. And again, I made this video being very, very conservative. I made all the expenses really, really low. My expenses per month are around $3,500 per month. And I do not go out to fancy restaurants, and I don't have a very expensive life. On top of all these expenses, you're gonna have to add a car. That's another $500. If you drive a lot, you have to add tolls. That's like $30, $40, $50 a month in just tolls from going around the city. Parking. Wherever I go, sometimes I have to pay for parking. That could be another $20, $30 a month. If you have credit cards, of course you have to add your credit card expenses to it. So just right there, you're at over $3,000 a month. Then you're gonna have to add your health and things for you personally, your health insurance, gym, training, personal trainer, or whatever it is that you do. You're gonna have to add all those things to your expenses. So again, you're looking right there at $3,000, $3,500 a month. And plus, you're looking at living in a studio. Imagine wanting to live in a one bedroom to live in a bigger one bedroom. You're right there, you're at $4,000 a month. And this is just renting. So if you own your own property, you're looking at, depending what area you're in, different property taxes. Different area has higher property taxes than others. Some areas have flood insurance, and at a $350,000 average price range, you're gonna be looking at a monthly total cost for a mortgage with insurance, taxes, and all of that. You're gonna be looking at $2,000 to $2,500 a month on just housing. So owning your own home, you're definitely gonna be looking at more than $4,000 a month for your total expenses. And then of course, if you have kids, if you have a family, that all adds up. So these are very important things to keep in mind. Now, truth be told, Miami is a beautiful place to live. I have been living here since a little kid. I love Miami. I love the beach. I love going out. I have a video that talks about the best neighborhood in Miami, in my opinion. You should check it out. I highly recommend it. But yeah, but pretty much living in Miami is amazing. It's awesome. You get to learn so much different things and cultures, and a lot about the Latin culture in each country in South America and Latin America, and experience different foods and different people from all over the world and all over the country that come here. So it's definitely a great experience. It's definitely a very good quality of life in my opinion. I love it. I highly recommend you try Miami out. Give it a chance, be open-minded, but just keep in mind the expenses and how much your income is going to be. So try to, get a job that pays more, or maybe working at a restaurant or a bar or anything that's with tips. Or if you're a professional and you have a good job and a steady income, then by all means, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to move down here, and you're gonna have the means necessary to live, survive, and have a great time here in Miami. So I really hope this video has helped you guys determine a little bit more of the real expenses and the real cost of living in Miami. I really hope I've gave you value and it's helped you get more informed about the expenses. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, and if you don't agree with me, give it a thumbs down. That helps me as well. Comment your thoughts, comment how much you spend in your city, what your living expenses are like, what you think about here. I mean, keep in mind, you are in Miami, you are on the beach, you're in the water. I mean, it's an amazing place. People from all over the world come vacation here, and they save up all year just to come down here and vacation. So imagine you are gonna be living down here, and every day is gonna be paradise for you. So sometimes it is worth it to make a sacrifice, because I promise you're gonna come out winning in the long run. No matter what happens, Miami is gonna be an amazing experience, whether you like it or you don't, or you stay here for a long time or you don't. It's gonna be an amazing experience, and you're gonna remember it for the rest of your life. If there's anything I can do for you guys, real estate related, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm available to you at all times. Just reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I see you guys in my next video.